Stop. When was the last time you didn't answer? Who noticed and who didn't? Who called you frantic and who kept scrolling? Who blamed you for the silence and who simply moved on? What if one small, deliberate pause could tell you everything about the people in your life? Would you learn who depends on you or who only uses you? Would someone finally show up? Or would a truth you've been avoiding finally surface? In the rest of the video, we pull that curtain back. See what your silence reveals. Decide what you keep. The problem: being always available. You think being available is kindness. You call it loyalty, generosity, or responsibility. But availability is not a moral category. It's a resource, like money, time, or attention. You can spend it wisely, or you can fritter it away until you're bankrupt. Here's what usually happens. Someone asks, you answer. Someone needs validation, you provide it. A conflict starts, you fix it. Over time, your responses shape expectations. People come to rely on your availability. They assume it. They take it for granted. They use it. This pattern creates a subtle economy. Your energy flows outward. Yours becomes the boiler everyone leans on. You might feel important. You might feel loved. But what you're really doing is making yourself predictable and therefore usable. Make no mistake, this is not about being selfish. It's about being strategic. You won't stop being a decent person by protecting your energy. You'll stop being someone people use. The psychology: Jung, persona, shadow, psychic energy. Carl Jung gives us tools to understand why this happens to so many of us. First, the persona, the public face you put on so other people accept you. It's useful. It helps you fit in. But it becomes dangerous when you begin to live through it, rather than from inside it. If your persona is always helpful, you'll keep filling that role until there's nothing left of the real you. Second, the shadow, the parts you hide. Anger, neediness, envy, fear. You shove these inside because they feel unacceptable. But the shadow doesn't vanish. It grows smaller in your sight and louder in your behavior. You either face it or it will leak out in ways you don't like. Passive aggression, sudden explosions, chronic resentment. You think being nice covers it? It doesn't. Third, psychic energy. Think of it as an internal battery. Every reaction, every defense, every immediate apology consumes charge. Reacting reflexively is expensive. Not reacting is not necessarily free, but choosing your moments to spend that energy is how you stay charged for what matters. When you hide needs and keep reacting to others' triggers, your persona does the work, the shadow grows, and your battery drains. That's the recipe for exhaustion, resentment, and being used. Let me give you 3 short, familiar scenes. Scene A. Work. You're the one who stays late to fix other people's tasks. You get thanked once at the meeting. Next month, the same problem returns, and your name is expected. You're not a teammate, you're the emergency patch. Scene B. Relationships. A partner calls you when they're upset at 2 a.m. You pick up. You smooth the edges, comfort them, rearrange your plans. You become their emotional fire extinguisher. But where is your comfort when the roles reverse? Not guaranteed. Scene C. Social media. A friend posts a passive-aggressive story. You comment, you explain, you defend. The thread goes sideways. More people pry. You feel drained for hours. You've just fed a drama that will return like a boomerang. And here's a short story. Not hypothetical. Meet Emma. Quiet, careful, always the one to apologize first. At work, Emma made sure the team delivered. At home, she smoothed fights and repeatedly asked for less pressure at the office. Nothing changed. Her boss kept piling on. Her partner grew distant. One day, Emma realized she had no time left for a project she loved. She admitted to herself, "I've been fixing everyone's life while mine kept getting postponed." She began to say no to small demands, to not explain herself, and to protect time for her work. The result wasn't immediate applause, it was friction. But within weeks, colleagues began finding their own solutions. Her partner either adjusted or moved away. Emma gained hours and, more importantly, a clearer sense of who she was. The critical point: you don't owe an explanation for every boundary. You owe integrity. Tactical steps. How to stop bleeding energy. This is where theory meets action. If you want your life back, follow these steps, not as a one-time stunt, but as a practice. Delay the reply, not because you're being passive-aggressive, but because instant replying trains people to expect it. Start with simple. Wait 15 minutes, then an hour. Keep increasing. Track how often people ask for your immediate response. Set a clear policy. Own your hours. I don't discuss work after 9 p.m. I don't answer phone calls during family dinner. Say it once, enforce it. People test boundaries. If you hold them, their respect grows. Rehearse short refusals. You don't need long explanations. I can't take that on right now. Not today. Short, neutral, unarguable. Avoid justifying. Justifications open debate. Use silence as information. Silence reveals what others carry. When someone panics because you didn't answer, pay attention. Are they needy, controlling, addictive to drama? Their reaction tells you who they are, not you. Recover privately. Have a small ritual to restore energy. A 10-minute walk, 5 minutes of focused breathing, a short journal note. Don't underestimate tiny rituals. Energy compounds. Practice selective generosity. You're allowed to help. Be intentional. Ask, does this person help me grow, or do they only take? Give where the return is mutual, not where you're just the safety valve. Do these for a month. Measure the result. If you're honest, you'll notice fewer crises and more space. Challenges and integration. The hard work. Now the part most people avoid. The tests. Here are challenges I want you to try. They are uncomfortable by design. 7-day reply fast. For 1 week, no immediate replies. Only 2 replies a day on messaging. 1 midday, 1 evening. Log every internal urge to respond and what triggered it. At the end of the week, read the log. What patterns show up? Boundary test. Tell one close person you're taking quiet hours for a month. No explanations beyond that. Watch who respects it and who doesn't. The ones who don't respect it were leaning on you. That's information, not a verdict on your worth. Mirror exercise. Each night for 10 minutes, write the one thing you avoided that day. Did you avoid saying no? Did you avoid conflict? Did you avoid a project? Name it. Then write one tiny step you will take tomorrow to honor your energy. Expect backlash. People will call you cold, distant, selfish. That's part of the pruning. Those labels often come from people who relied on your availability to avoid their own work. Stay steady. The first waves sting, but they pass. Remember, transformation is not a popularity contest. It's a reallocation of your life. Individuation and the new presence. This isn't about becoming unreachable to hurt others. It's about reclaiming the authority over your own inner world. Jung called that process individuation, becoming a single, whole person, rather than a patchwork of other people's expectations. When you conserve your energy, you stop being everybody's emergency. You become present on your own terms. That presence is magnetic, not because you perform, but because you carry weight that isn't hollow. People who deserve you will step forward. Those who don't will drift away. And that, hard as it may be, is exactly what you need. So decide now. For the next week, practice the small things. Delay replies. Hold a short boundary. Keep your ritual. Watch what breaks and watch what emerges. You will lose some convenience, maybe some company, but you will gain back something that cannot be bought: your self-direction. If you're ready, write in the comments, "I choose my energy." Tell me which challenge you'll start tomorrow. Show me you mean it, then do it. Pause. Allow the line to sit. This is not polite advice. It's a demand. Stop giving what you don't have. Protect your life. Be selective. Become whole.